Hello, all. I do hope you're well wherever you are. Today, we're going to take you through a complete reproductive management session that we recently practiced on our farm. As you may be aware, we have four cows, one Frisian, two Zebus, and one Asian. None of them is pregnant. Well, we initially thought that the Frisian was pregnant, but as you'd find out later on in this video, we recently discovered that it wasn't pregnant. So in such instances, we had to sort of come up with ways in which we can mitigate the issue. When we were buying the Fresian, unfortunately, we were lied to that it was pregnant, and that was one of our sort of buying points. Yeah, but these things happen when you're new into this industry, when you probably don't know what you're doing as we are. You are bound to make such mistakes, and we are here to highlight our sort of progress, our mistakes, so that you see we are not professionals in this. We are learning as we go, and hopefully, one or two of you will be able to see the mistakes we made and how we recover from them. Anyway, let's dive straight into the video. Also, apologies if there's a lot of background noises. Unfortunately, recording this video in a noisy place, so just bear with me. I'll try to, be as audible as possible and to communicate the most important things in this video as much as I can. So first things first. As I've said on other occasions, we are learners. We are not, sort of pros, if I may say, in this industry. And with that in mind, we didn't want to take chances. Normally, or in a natural way, you usually have to wait until a cow is on heat, and then that's when you serve it or you introduce it to a bull for it to be served. However, since we are not very keen on the days and we're still learning, we didn't want to take those chances, if I may say. So what did we do? We instead sort of synchronized our cows, and it's not a very complex procedure, and it's not very expensive as well. It We sort of used about 1,500 Kenya shillings, that's around 10 pounds. It's not a lot of money to buy the hormone that is needed for the synchronization. So the drug we used is called estroplan, and one of its active ingredient, apologies if I'll pronounce it very bad, it's called cloprostenol, which is basically a synthetic prostaglandin. Its work essentially is to destroy the corpus luteum on the ovary and drop the progesterone. And while doing that, it triggers the animal to come on heat between 48 to 72 hours. So usually it works on both cows and heifers, and that is exactly why we used it to cross our sort of to cross the herd and get the herd, the two cows, the Asians and Frisian, to come on heat. So what usually happens is you inject the animal. You have to ensure that the animal is 5 days away from its normal being on heat, if I may say, and then you inject it, and it usually takes effect between 48 to 72 hours. In our case, we injected our cows, both the Asian and the Frisian, on Monday, and by Thursday, the Asia was showing signs of being on heat. And for those who don't know, one of the signs of being on heat is having a swollen vulva, the cow trying to mount on other cows, the cow bellowing a lot, and also the cow having a lot of discharge on the vulva. So once we noted that, the farm manager sort of alerted me very quickly, and we alerted the vet. And the vet, on other hand, called it the artificial insemination technician, was very kind to come to our farm very quickly and administer the artificial insemination. So, of course, when the technician comes, he has to ensure that the cow is on heat, because at the end of the day, everything we do will be sort of useless if the cow is not on heat. So he has to ensure that the cow is on heat. And he simply does that by checking for the obvious signs I've told you guys about, the vulva being swollen, the vulva having watery discharge. And once he confirmed that, the next step was to set up his equipments, fill up the AI or the semen into the straw. Of course, he has to clean himself. He has to wash his hands. We have to maintain hygiene, and of course, the next step is to administer the semen to the cow. So on this instance, we only served the Asia because the freshen is yet to show any signs of being on heat. Hopefully, it will be very soon. In that instance, we probably will take more videos and share it with you. So as you've seen, it's not a very complex process. It takes maximum 2 minutes. You just need to have a professional person to do it. Don't just get anyone to do it. You have to ensure the person doing it is a certified technician. Otherwise, you're putting an investment on this. The semen itself goes for about 6,500 Kenya shillings. That's around 30 pounds. You don't want to sort of gamble with your money. Another thing I need to note is that much as we've gone through all these processes, the odds of us being successful is about 40%. So we are not yet home, if I may say. We still have a long way to go. We've served the Asia. Hopefully, it will go well. We'll only find that out pretty much in about a month's time or so. The best way to confirm is usually in 3 months' time. So at the beginning of the video, I'd said that earlier on, when we were buying the Frisian, whom we've called Xavier, we thought she was pregnant because we were told she was 2 months pregnant. And when we are buying a car, we usually go with our vet. And at that time, it's very, very hard to make a complete judgment if a cow is only 2 months pregnant. A cow can only be determined to be pregnant when it's 3 months pregnant. That's when you can solidly say it is pregnant, right? At least the cows that you're going to buy. In our farm, we can be able to tell the cow is pregnant if it misses being on heat the following month. At least that's what our vet told us. So we could not deduce if the cow was on heat. And we just had to trust that the person who is selling it to us was being honest with us. So we bought it, brought it home. Then it did take about 2 weeks before it started showing signs of being on heat. It's important to note that pregnant cows sometimes also show signs of being on heat, and that's what we thought. But then the vet came and checked the cow, and I mean he said it was not pregnant. And true to it, today the technician came as well and sort of did rectal palpitations just to check if the ovaries or any fetus was attached, and he confirmed that the cow was not pregnant. So we have to spend extra amount of money to get it pregnant. That's after we had to pay extra thinking that we were buying a pregnant cow. So these are things that we are learning, and next time when you're going to buy a cow, we are being told it's pregnant, we will not buy a cow that is less than 3 months pregnant, because that's an avenue to be lied to, as we found out the harsh way. So we paid the price of a pregnant cow to a cow that was not pregnant, and we brought it to our farm, and we'll have to make it pregnant by ourselves. So that is double, uh, sort of, we're incurring double losses. But again, this is the price we have to pay for being amateurs or being beginners, and that's why we just decided to document our steps, or our journey, so that people don't make the same mistakes as us. Just for your own knowledge, the cow that we used to inseminate the Asia is a Holstein. So if it all goes successful, she will deliver a cross between an Asian and Holstein, and the daughter, or hopefully it's a daughter because we are using sex semen. The daughter will have traits of an Asia, and Asians produce milk with high butter content. I will later on make a video to talk about different cows and different strengths and weaknesses. So yeah, the cross will be a mixture of Frisian and no, a mixture of Holstein and Asia. So she will have traits of being able to produce more milk like an Holstein, and also being hardy, and less consumption of food, and more milk, butter, as the Asia. So the cow is called Spark P. You can find it in the American Bull Society database. If you just put down the number, you'll see all her traits, or all these traits, because it's a bull. So the number is 94H O21 604. I repeat, 94H O21 604. So the name of the bull is called Spark P. If you go search on it, you'll be able to see the bull that hopefully will see our Asia, and hopefully I assume is the one that we'll use on the fresh end as well when it eventually comes on here. Yeah, so that's it for today. I hope you've learned something. I hope this video has been, yeah, informative to you. It has given you a better idea. You've seen firsthand how a cow is inseminated. It's a nasty business. You have to insert your hands in places that normally you wouldn't. But yeah, that probably will make you appreciate the glass of milk or the cup of milk you drink, because it's from that process that a cow gets pregnant and gives birth and is able to produce milk. So by you watching this video, you'll probably be able to appreciate your local farmer or your milk vendor, or where the milk comes from. It's a long, long process. It needs a lot of patience. As I've said, we've served this cow. We only have 40% odds for of it being successful. It may fail, it may work. We hope it works, and yeah, we'll sort of brief you on how it goes. That's all for today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and see you soon next week when I post another long format video. And I hope these videos are good. And yeah, just put down a comment just to let me know if we can make more of these. Thank you so much, and have a lovely time wherever you are. Take care of yourself and be kind to each other. Bye bye.